most definitely was. When I was about 5 years old, I went to the librarian and asked for a book about stars. I was actually like very intrigued by the stars. I really didn't know what they were, and really wanted to learn. So I went there by myself, and the answer was just stunning. It was that the sun was really a star, but it was just very close to us. The stars were suns, but so far away that they were just little points of light. The scale of the universe suddenly opened up to me. It was a kind of religious experience. There was a magnificence to it, a grandeur, a scale which has never left me.
Sagan, we live in such a progressive age when new discoveries are appearing every day. There's been some talk about extraterrestrial life. What do you think about that?
Well, I personally have been captivated by the notion of extraterrestrial life, and especially extraterrestrial intelligence from childhood. It swept me up, and I've been involved in sending spacecraft to nearby planets to look for life and in the radio search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It would be an absolutely transforming event in human history, but the stakes are so high on whether it's true or false that we must demand the most rigorous standards of evidence. Precisely because it's so exciting. That's the circumstance in which our hopes may dominate our skeptical scrutiny of the data. So we have to be very careful.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you, Alan.
So, Mr. Sagan, have you had any recent discoveries about planets in our own solar system?
Well, actually, I've been observing radio emissions from Venus, and I've speculated that the ground temperature is about 500 degrees Celsius. This would negate the hypothesis many scientists have put up that Venus may be a kind of a swampy planet. I do not speculate there to be any life on Venus at all. Currently, we are working on the Mariner 2 probe that is going to Venus, and I believe that it will confirm my discoveries.
Interesting. So, Mr. Sagan,
Walter, yes.
what is time to you? What is your definition of it?
Well, ever since St. Augustine, people have wrestled with this, and there are all sorts of things it isn't. It isn't a flow of something, because what does it flow past? We use time to measure flow. How could we use time to measure time? We are stuck in it. Each of us time travels into the future, 1 year, every year. None of us to any significant precision does otherwise. If we could travel close to the speed of light, then we could travel further into the future in a given amount of time. It is one of those concepts that is profoundly resistant to a simple definition.
Yeah, that is a mind-bending topic. But let's try to bend our minds with you a little bit more, Mr. Sagan. What about time travel?
If we could travel into the past, it's a mind-boggling question. For one thing, history would be an experimental science, which it certainly isn't today. The possible insights into our own past and nature and origins would be dazzling. For another, we would be facing the deep paradoxes of interfering with the scheme of causality that has led to our own time and ourselves. I have no idea whether it's possible, but it's certainly worth exploring. Time travel raises many questions. For example, if I were to travel back into time and kill my grandfather, would I really have killed my grandfather? For I wouldn't have existed, because my grandfather would be dead. Think about it.
So there's been a lot of talk about your new show that's been coming out, The Cosmos. You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, it's gonna be a 13-episode season. My wife and I are actually working on it. I've been trying to juggle my scientific achievements and this show right now. Watch out for episode 8, which is actually my favorite episode.
Episode 8.
It's gonna be great. There are many cool scientific effects and stuff. I'm looking at all to like the origin of mankind, like all different sciences, all about the cosmos. It's gonna be great. I'll show you a little clip later.
Sounds very interesting. I'll have to make sure to tune into that.
Yeah.